I'm excited, guys.
Here we are.
All right. Today it happens. We're bringing in 6 people. And as far as I'm concerned, I might walk out of here with 6 partners. I might walk out of here with 0 partners. All right.
Title's The Partner. How to turn on others.
I am the partner. They get to be partner with me. We shall see. But we're bringing in Scott, Tyler, Luca, Michael, Kyle, and Matthew.
Well, what about Brian Swift? Are we bringing him in?
What about Brian? You not bringing him in?
Ryan Swift was the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And let's call him up. I got an idea for him. All right. Because I haven't told him anything at this point. So you're right. He's probably like, what the hell? I thought I was going to be your partner there, John.
Hello, this is Brian.
Hey, Brian, John Cerasani.
John, how are you?
Good, my friend. Hey, I wanted to follow up with you. I'm sitting here with Bree and Frank. And, we had such a great meeting with you a couple days ago at Chicago Prime Italian. Thank you for coming all the way out. I didn't want to bother you by bringing you all the way back out to say, hey, we don't really have a business opportunity together. But instead, I wanted to give you a call while we're on the air here and tell you that I look forward to partnering with you with your nonprofit, SOAR. I'm going to make a donation to it as well. And we're going to promote it on my Instagram platform. I think it's going to be up to me and you outside of this to kind of figure out what that looks like. If you need an extra board member, hey, if you want to do a couple fundraisers together, hey, I'm here for it, buddy. But I'm really impressed with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nope.
Just,
this kind of charity is close to home with my mom and her multiple sclerosis. So we got to run because we got a bunch of stuff going on today. But you're my first nonprofit partner, Brian. I'll talk to you soon, pal.
Thank you much. Have a great one.
All right, bye, Brian.
Does that make you feel good?
Dude, the Quad Father on TikTok and Instagram, the Quad Father. This guy, when you're appreciative like that. Yeah. So look at that. We're 2 minutes into the show and we already got one business partner.
I got the chills.
That was cool.
All right. So what about the plumber guy?
Miguel. Miguel Salvador. I got to tell you, man, I was kind of joking with him about being from the streets of Schaumburg and stuff. I mean, this dude's like really from the rough part of Chicago and he got out. I don't have a reason to really, I don't think he needs a partner. He's grinding. He said he made 6 figures last year. He's a one-man operation. Me coming in, I don't really think there's much I could do for him. Other than maybe promote him around Chicagoland, which, hey, you know what? Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? That's exactly.
Local sewer.
Miguel, John Cerasani.
Hey, John. How's it going, brother?
Good, man. Good. I really appreciated our conversation earlier in the week, buddy.
Oh, likewise. Appreciate the opportunity.
So I've been putting a lot of thought into things, all right? At the end of the day, I kind of am talking out of both sides of my mouth a little bit because I told you that, hey, look where you came from. Look what your buddies that you left when you were 19, 20 years old, where are they at all now? And a lot of them aren't around anymore. And here you are making 6 figures, grinding it out in the trades. So in a lot of ways, you already won, right, buddy? I always talk about who defines your ceiling, though. You get to keep going. Just because you leveled up once doesn't mean you can't level up a few more times. You having me as a partner, as a business partner, I don't think there's much I could offer you, though, Miguel, other than helping to promote you around Chicagoland. So I got you on speakerphone right now. A lot of my reels get, 6 figures, 7 figures plus views, man. So let's give you a little bit of a plug for your plumbing company for everyone out in Chicago. What do they need to know to reach you?
I appreciate it. Well, my company's called Loco, and it's like low cost, but it's LOWCO Sewer and Drain, and my number is 773-962-1803. We do commercial and residential, and we're located throughout all Chicagoland. In Northwest Indiana.
Awesome, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know why you would need to give me equity for you grinding and working your ass off, man. So anything I could do to help, you just plugged yourself, brother, and we'll be in touch, all right, man?
All right.
All right, keep grinding, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Take care.
There we go.
Okay, so today we got a busy day. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people coming in the house. You got to make some serious decisions today, John. this is not this isn't the fun time. We did the fun time. Now this is like real deal.
Yep.
Potential money out of your pocket, potential partnerships here.
Yeah,
How you feeling?
I want to get cash flowing businesses, man. I want to get. I'm happy to be active in the business initially, but over time, I want this to be mailbox money, where I'm just getting money in and helping build these organizations. I think each one of these people that I'm bringing in, I have kind of an offer in my head of where I want it to go, but I need more information from them. You know, this is unscripted. I haven't had more conversations with them since what we've had on camera before, right? Yeah. So let's put it out there. Hopefully, I'll be able to make an offer that they accept, and it might go the wrong way. It's gonna be a little weird though if I give them an offer that offends them and they're in my house. I don't...
Make good TV though.
All right, you gotta leave my fucking house, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is gonna be interesting. I want to see this thing unfold in real time.
Yep.
Left that big job in my 20s to become an entrepreneur. Everyone said I would fail, but I got winner in my core. Sold my company to private equity and the money poured. I got millions times galore. Not bad for a kid from Schaumburg, right? 2,000% raise, 2,000% raise, 2,000% raise, 2,000 self-made, ballin' filthy paid. Gave myself a raise, left the naysayers amazed. When I went up 2,000%, 2,000% raise, 2,000% raise, 2,000% raise.
Thanks for coming all the way out here, my friend.
Of course. It's always good to see you.
So before I make you an offer or just share some thoughts with you,
Yeah.
is there anything that I haven't asked you about the company or you haven't told me that I should know?
Not really. I mean, we haven't discussed expenses and like profit margin, but I mean, it's not that important.
Well, it's important.
Well, it's important, but
I'm just assuming there's a very large profit margin.
It
Why
is,
don't you
very large.
share that with me if you don't mind?
So our only costs for most job is gas, and that ranges from 10 to 30. And then if we use a trailer, it'll cost 45 to 80, depending on how long we need it.
Okay.
And which we would add on to the cost of the job.
Okay.
And then for dumping jobs, it usually costs 25 to 150 to dump at a dump site.
Okay. And what would you charge for a job that is $100 to dump?
Well, we'd probably charge somewhere in the 400 range,
Okay.
based on the effort of the job.
So a $400 job. You're telling me your expenses are your gas, call it $20, and the dumping $100.
Yes,
So
sir.
on a $400 job, you're making $280.
Yep.
Okay. Continue. What else do you want to say?
Also advertisement. Our main source of jobs right now is Nextdoor, and we get about 1,700 views per post.
Okay.
We range from 5 to 8 jobs acquired per post, or inquiries per post, and then we have a 65% hit rate on the inquiries.
Those are great. That's great. All right. So listen, you decided it's you and your partner doing all the work.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So as you scale this business,
Yeah.
your profit margin is not going to be $280 on a $400 job.
No.
Okay. What's the number one reason it won't be? If you scale?
We're including more people. We have to pay more people.
You have to pay people because you're not including that $120. You're not including what you're paying yourself.
Yeah. Also tax and other fees.
Correct. But the biggest thing is just the labor itself. So
Yeah.
So if you and your buddy doing the same job, that's one thing. But now we have 5 other jobs. You got to hire people. They're not going to do it for free, right?
No.
So that 280 turns into maybe 2. It's still going to be good margins.
Yeah.
Most likely. Okay. When I look at a business like this and I just look at a young entrepreneur like you, I was asking you some questions over there and it's like, okay, incorporating an LLC, an S Corp, a C Corp, accounting, business cards, website, all this stuff. You're all over the Nextdoor stuff. Now, a lot of people will come in that are older that are going to try to make you think this is very complicated stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, everything I just said, including incorporating, including going and getting insurance, all that stuff is not complicated. It's stuff that if you're smart enough to be an entrepreneur anyway, you're going to be smart enough to figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
Okay? That's just the minutia that goes along with it. A lot of people that are W-2 employees, will try to scare other W-2 employees into being entrepreneurs. Oh, you don't want to do that. oh gosh, you got to do your taxes this way, and are you gonna be an S corp or a C corp? And they start asking you questions and going like this with their head. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, shut the F up, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
that's shit I will figure out. Okay, the hardest part is getting clients and making frickin' money. Okay,
Yeah.
you figured out the hardest part.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you, Luca, and be like, okay, you need me for all these things. You don't. Okay. I will say, though, you brought up 2 guys in a truck. Good job. All right.
Yeah.
You're going to need somebody like me involved if you want to get to that level. All right.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to learn probably a lot more than you know right now, which is fine too. But you're going to want to bring in either advisors or business partners that can help you navigate this thing to actually scale it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're 17. Did you you plan on going to college?
I plan on going to college.
Okay. All right. So what do you see this business doing when you go to college?
Well, I was thinking staying somewhat close so I can always monitor the business.
Yep.
And my partner is a year under me, so he'll be around an extra year to
Okay.
monitor all this.
Bro, I'll tell you what, man. A buddy of mine, Jeff Duden from Schaumburg, started a painting business when he was in high school and college. It turned into a restoration business, and they ended up having 300 franchisees and sold it for a ton of money.
Yeah.
All right, so that there's ways, and you know he was going to Appalachian State playing football. There's ways to do this stuff while you do it. Luca, I don't know where exactly a partner fits in on this, man.
Okay.
If you had something that you wanted to present to me, if you just want to be around and that kind of thing, like maybe I could be on your advisory board or a board member when you incorporate, just another set of ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds like your dad is in business and knows real estate and all that crap anyway. So you might already have that with your parents, but I certainly wouldn't mind being in your network.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I was trying to do was sell myself, actually. not
Okay.
the business.
All right.
I mean, I love the business and I'm gonna grow it, but what I was trying to sell is myself to you.
Okay. All right.
If I'm being honest.
I like this was your in to get this meeting?
Not exactly, but I mean, I'm certainly trying to grow this.
All you Barrington kids, see how these New Trier kids operate? They know what they're doing.
Yeah, take some notes.
I love the Barrington kids too. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But listen, man, you're a smart guy. I would feel like I'm robbing you by doing it, even if I gave you $5,000. Like, hey, I want 25% of your company for $5,000. I'm going to help you with this, this, and this. Honestly, bro, I mean, that would still potentially be robbing you. Everything that you need, buddy, you're going to be able to figure out on your own if you haven't already.
Okay.
All right. Let's stay in touch and be part of each other's network.
Of course.
And, your presence on the show has been very well received, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, pal. Well, listen, man. This is something I've been toying with from the first time from your audition tape. You had reached out to me initially with your other company about me being on your podcast. So you've been on my radar screen for a while, brother. How I fit into this is what I want to figure out, and hopefully we'll walk out of here today with a partnership.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of different ways to participate. You know, we own a holding company.
Okay.
So I think the company we're talking about is Sete, which is, you know, that accelerator community affinity group.
Yep.
It's a joint venture with my 2 other partners. So we're
Okay.
entering Sete as Regiment. So there's opportunities to invest in our holding company,
Okay.
directly into Sete. And, you know, what we care more about is that you and I leave here today with an understanding that 1 + 1 is going to equal more than 2.
Got it. And that's awesome. So with that said, even if it is a great thing you guys are out there, put it out there. I would never enter a new relationship for me right now as a co-investor where there's a management team that I'm not a part of. Like in other words, if it's an early stage VC deal, it would either be as advisory shares or something like that, or if I was an LP on something, to be more on the GP side of it, which doesn't always, lend itself to being feasible. So I guess what I'm looking for from you is, how could I participate where it's not just any other person on the street, putting money in.
Yeah, I think that's open to discussion.
Okay.
Like we're not gonna obviously just throw this out to you and say this is how you have to participate.
Yep.
So the more I get an understanding of how you want to participate, whether
Yeah.
it's through our holding company or directly into Sete,
Well, how are you guys making money?
so we've got a back end payment facilitation ISO, independent sales organization. So
All right.
instead of us bringing in investors to be an LP in a venture fund,
Okay.
we're investing in a company and we're saying we want to facilitate all your payments through our PayFac,
Okay.
and that's how we make money.
And you guys own that company?
Correct.
Okay.
Sete owns that ISO, and it's exclusive for one of our partners.
So you're going to startups?
We're going to startups, but we don't necessarily have to. The beauty
Okay.
here is we can kickstart revenue with this ISO
Yeah.
if we go to larger companies,
Right.
and we can do revenue sharing with our partners
Gotcha.
with that. So
But why are the
give me an
larger
example.
companies working? Are they? It has to be a company raising money.
No, doesn't
Okay.
have to be.
So you're just selling credit card processing then?
credit card, ACH, correct. That's
Okay.
kind of the engine behind this.
Okay.
It's really a novel idea. There's a couple groups doing this.
I'll get it on that side.
Right?
Here's my offer: 30% of that company. Deal?
Well, right now what we did is we put a safe note together. I'm sure you know what that is.
Well, you guys are raising for that company?
We're gonna bring in the right strategics. So we're gonna raise $250,000 in phase one
Okay.
at a $2.5 million cap on the safe with a 20% discount. So a
What was the cap?
$2.5 million valuation cap.
Okay. So $2.5 million valuation cap. A safe is simple agreement for future equity.
That's correct.
You're raising $250,000, which will come out to be a little less than 10% because it's not 250 of the 2.5. It would really be 250 on 2.75 post money after the money's put in.
Close, but there's a 20% discount to the safe.
20% discount. Okay. Is that this company already exists and it's making money?
So company exists. It's not making money yet. We're out talking to a couple larger companies to get their payments to facilitate us making money. So
Okay.
the 250, the use of proceeds for the 250 is to get a young entrepreneurial go-getter
Okay.
that is looking to break out of the W-2 life. I mean, that's really caught my attention.
Call on
too.
businesses.
Just to be the operator.
Right.
And they get to work with, our partners at Sete, which, have had some success outside of Sete.
Yeah.
Where you're a younger entrepreneur that is going to be able to work with the Sete founders and our strategic investors.
Who's the payment processor though? Is it you guys or it's a third party?
So it is a company started by one of the co-founders of Sete.
I see.
He's been in payments for 35 years. His existing company, he started in 2017.
Okay.
And they're focused on one specific niche within the industry of payments, which is auto dealerships.
Okay.
So that company is going to stay focused on auto dealership.
Yeah.
And then our ISO is going to focus on everything else.
So he basically said, let's start doing the same thing for the Regimen and Sete partners.
Exactly.
Okay. It's going to be the same systems and stuff?
Same systems. We have an exclusive ISO
Okay.
with that
What? I'm sorry, what is ISO?
independent sales organization.
Oh, I see. Well, on the surface, it's awesome because he doesn't have to build an infrastructure. On the other end of it, it's like, who do you ever sell that to down the road? Man, they don't have to just. I'm surprised you're raising money on that, to be honest with you.
On Sete,
No, on the payment process.
they're not raising money. The payment processing company,
Oh.
not raising. We're just raising money for Sete to, pay some legal costs, but bring in a couple strategics where there's some skin in the game, and
Got
then
it.
hire a younger entrepreneur to run with Sete.
So so let's go back to the thing you originally pitched on. So the accelerator, when somebody moves through the process, you're going to want is part of your offering mentors and resources.
Yep, mentorship, resources. We're gonna bring in more than just the payment facilitation, and it's not going to be quid pro quo.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be. You have to be a Wisconsin Badger to get funded. we can tie it back to Badgers, that's even better.
Got it.
It was more of my two other partners, we and myself, we all went to the University of Wisconsin and we
Yeah.
were kicking around the idea for the name of the company. I'm like, what's a group of Badgers? Hey Siri, what's a group
Yeah.
of Badgers called? And it's called a sete.
Yeah. You know what, man? I this is cool. I see what you're doing, and the payment processing end of it, wrinkled in is interesting.
Really, the true opportunity here isn't investing in a group of Badgers.
Yep.
It's investing in a group of entrepreneurs
Right.
that have an Infinity Group platform that know how to execute to be in the ground floor of a platform that can span to any Infinity Group.
Well, brother, I learned this kind of the hard way too, right? So when I first started getting into the VC stuff, I just started throwing around money, and everyone was like my freaking best friend. 250 grand here, 200 grand here, all this crap. And then I'm like, oh, Chicago Ventures or one of these, names, or I don't know
Yeah.
the name, but they're involved. And I go, who are they? Oh, they have 12 co-investors, and they put in a check for 50 grand. And John Cerasani put a check in for 250 grand, but they're saying, oh, we got so-and-so on our cap table. If I had that shit to do over again, man, I would have built myself so much notoriety and credibility by positioning it in that a little different. Instead of that 250, I'll take 550 grand.
Yeah.
Even like Comcast Ventures, man, does a lot of sports and entertainment, early stage stuff. Oh my God, they were at a 50 grand check, dude. And these people are like talking like tech stars, like they're out of, oh, we're going to be like, who cares, man? Who cares? The money is what brings it. And,
Yeah.
and I'm sure these entrepreneurs, they meet people and network and best practices, especially on the technology side. Who did you use to build your app? Oh, we don't go to India anymore. We go to Colombia or whatever.
Yep.
Crap like that. There is value there. But it's stuff I've learned on the fly myself. You know what I mean? So on this hand, I really want to be a part of this because I do feel like I have something to offer. On this hand, I feel like, on the other hand, I feel like it's there, but it's not there yet.
Yep.
So what I'd like to do is we're gonna stay in touch anyway and not make a partnership today, but possibly in the near future.
Love it. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
All right,
Appreciate it,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Awesome.
cool.
Good stuff. What's up, Tyler?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Fantastic.
So I kind of threw a curveball at you saying you make me an offer. Do you have something you want to make, or do you want to just throw one at you?
You know, I have an offer, and I think it's going to blow your mind. I think it's something you are not expecting me to say right now,
Okay.
but I want you to think about this big picture because what I have on this paper right here is basically like my 10-year plan.
Okay.
We don't got to go into crazy details right now. It's showing us a little bit about the industry I think that I'm in,
Okay.
the little brief overview of what we're doing now, what we're doing at our peak, and
Okay.
what I would think we would do with you pretty much like right off the bat, if
Okay.
you were an ambassador for the product, right? And you were
All right.
carrying it, walking around with it. Like you said, what I don't need, the most important thing is not money,
Okay.
right? I need to build a better network. I need ambassadors. I need influencers on my side. However, if you don't throw some money into my business, if you're not
Mhm.
a potential investor, what I worry about is you not actually having the best interest in the business. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So that's where I think that if you were to
Mhm.
become a monetary investor, I think that it would do us both a little bit better. I think that you would have a little bit more of the best interest in the business. That's what I would just assume, right?
All right.
So also what money would do with the business would
Mhm.
help us expand on more levels.
Okay.
This business doesn't end at cold pressed juice.
Mhm.
I want you to think about that first and foremost.
Okay.
My idea from the beginning was to help people, guide them in the right direction through all different types of products, whether it's juicing, the food prep company, or it's supplements, whatever it may be. Help people get results, okay?
Okay.
What I eventually want to involve this business into is the supplement industry. And that obviously will need some kind of angel investor to come along and, beef up the company with a little bit more funds. Okay?
Got it.
I would be looking for 150,000
Okay.
for 15% of the business, right?
Okay.
Simple numbers, valuing my business at $1 million, right? Which I think is an extreme undervalue for my
Okay.
business. Okay.
All right.
After 3 years of hammering the juice and capitalizing on that, then we move into other products about year 3 to 5.
Okay.
And by then, your son is going to be graduating high school. You make him my partner. You give him the equity in the
All right.
business.
All right.
And this is a great way for him to get started with business.
So a couple of things. So you said a couple of things actually that are similar to what I have written down here. Okay. But I had 15% written down was what I was kind of thinking would be
Wow.
good.
Awesome.
And I actually talked about my daughter getting a job. Did you know I have a daughter too? I was thinking,
Well, I like
I was
you,
thinking
man.
maybe a job for my daughter I could work in here.
Do it.
Well, she loves your product. I was really just kind of making a joke about it. She loved your product and drank half the stuff you gave me. So the issue with 150 grand on 15%, Tyler, is where the money comes from in terms of getting paid back as an investor on
Totally.
something like this.
Yes.
Okay. So assuming that you were going to take that 150 grand, put it into the business, obviously you're not going to pocket that money.
Absolutely.
It's put into the business, right?
I don't gamble.
You know, for what you talked about there to develop into like dividends for an investor, in this case, it would be 85 to 15. You know, you would also be paying yourself a salary before that 85 and 15 transpires. It'd be difficult for the investor to see that 150 grand back in the foreseeable future.
I see what you mean.
What I would potentially do, okay, and by the way, I want to preface all of this with, you know, we're going to get lawyers involved and go through a real diligence process.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes.
But I want to walk out here today with either a deal or no deal, at least in principle.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
It's amazing how your offer is very similar to what I was going to say with a slight tweak. All right.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking 15%. I was thinking my daughter instead of my son. And then I was thinking a $100,000 line of credit for mutually agreed upon expenses. And here's the big distinction with this. A $100,000 line of credit means that I don't have to wait for dividends to get paid back. Paying back that line of credit becomes a company expense.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And when would that payment start to?
It would be mutually agreed upon. So,
Okay.
so you wouldn't take the full 100 grand. Like, so maybe you're taking 20 of it here, 30 of it here, or whatever.
Gotcha.
And I'd give you I don't need to make money on it. I'd give it to you at the interest rate that my wealth management company charges me at. It would become from my personal line of credit. The company would just be paying that interest rate. And I think it's like, I want to say LIBOR minus like 1%. It's pretty freaking low.
Wow.
It's usually pretty damn good. What's your feelings on what I just said?
In principle, I think it sounds fantastic. My
Okay.
question is, after the money is loaned, is there an option to pay it back to then buy you out of the company?
Well,
and get 100%. Not that I want to. Listen, I like you. You know what I'm saying? Not that
Yeah.
I want to, but my advisor told me to ask that.
I don't know. We could probably work out something that you could buy me out. I mean, shoot, if I came in and, you know, for 100 grand and I help you build the damn thing and get you these deals or whatever, and I could still make a couple bucks and be bought out. There's something there, dude. There's something there. I don't know, dude. That's why I said for you to kind of offer me something, because I don't think my deal, how I said it, is perfect.
Okay.
I don't like the way you said it, only because I don't see me getting that 150 back anytime in the near future.
I feel you.
So there's not like a perfect world on this, you know, we could talk about being an ambassador or something, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm an ambassador with a promo code, it's like gonna be fun for 2 weeks. I'd be like, all right.
You're not investing.
My value to you is not even just that capital. My value of you is all these other things that we're talking about that would lead me to getting my capital paid back
Right.
that I'm bringing to the table. So
Exactly.
as an investor, if I'm bringing the plan to the table, you know what I mean? It's a conundrum. Okay.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think you're bringing the plan to the table. I mean, I've had this plan for years and years.
Okay.
Every single person in the fitness, wellness, supplement industry has the same plan.
Yeah.
This is not a groundbreaking plan to throw your supplements in the hands of a celebrity or an athlete and sell them. Yeah.
But a lot of these influencers in general, I think, are going to want upfront money too, which.
Well, that's the thing about the affiliate marketing plan. Every time they generate a sale, they do get money, right?
Okay.
So other than a $200 one-time endorsement to hold my products,
Yeah.
we're giving them a little bit more interest into the business.
Listen, man, here's the deal. I feel like,
Do you know how affiliate marketing works?
yeah, but hold on. I feel like for us to get this deal done, I'm going to have to overpromise my deliverables without really knowing.
I feel you.
And then we might be sitting here in 18 months where, hey, that was fucking awesome, John.
Nobody drank it.
Yeah. Well, or no, like saying it works out. This was fucking awesome. We killed it. Or Sorry, but I still own 15% of your company and didn't do fucking shit. I love your product, man, but this ain't gonna work out.
No? Okay.
I'm gonna buy all your shit though, I promise. All right? And everybody listening, go buy his shit, all right?
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
With 3 contestants down and no deal to be made, will John find his next big business venture? Stay tuned to the final episode to see who becomes John Cerasani's new
Left
partner.
that big job in my 20s to become an entrepreneur. Everyone said I would fail, but I got winner in my core. Sold my company to private equity and the money poured. I got millions times galore.
Not bad for a kid from Schaumburg, right?
2,000% raise, 2,000% raise, 2,000% raise, 2,000 self-made, ballin' filthy paid. Gave myself a raise, left the naysayers amazed.